not warm up. It's not warm
we're
up.
good. We're ready. Just let me know when.
Hit it straight away. Because you know those front wheel drive cars, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No LSD also?
No, let's see. Was it one fire tire or something like that?
Yeah. One wheeler spinner.
One wheeler spinner.
Probably right here, huh?
Yeah, you were good. K is the way. I'm sorry, but K is the way.
Don't look at my shit there.
Did it work at your little hunk? Oh shoot, dude, that thing's badass. Hong Kong, Hong Kong.
Coming.
That's how the guy with the CRV was with you right now.
I know.
All right, everyone, welcome back to the Motor Anatomy. Today we have Roice. Roice, thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for having me.
No,
man.
thank you, man, for making the time. So tell us, what do you drive?
94 Honda Civic EX, coupe, two-door, obviously.
Nothing special, right? It's a
Nothing
Civic.
special, you know. Just daily driver, automatic.
Okay.
Single cam.
Oh my gosh, there's a guy out there or girl with the automatic single cam. Leave him alone, boys.
This is what it is, man. This is automatic single cam. That's what it started life as.
Oh, it started. Okay, we'll get to how it started and how it is.
And that's what it still is.
Okay, right. We'll see. How did you even get started into cars? Like, when do you remember like that was the bug?
Honestly, I got into cars like actually got into cars late, but you know I was always playing Need for Speed, all that stuff. But
What's late for you? Because you're still very young. So what's late for you?
so I would say like after high school, you know, a lot of people get into their first cars during high school. I got mine after high school. My brother had a 2000 Civic EX, same color, silver EX, moonroof, coupe.
So 2000. So you were out of high school around 2009. So 9-year-old car.
Yeah, it's about
Not that bad.
2011. I came out of high school 2011.
Oh, you're so young. Oh, yeah, you're right. 2011. Oh, man.
2011. So like,
Oh my God.
that's an 11-year-old car.
Tell
So-
me I'm old without telling me I'm
No.
old. Come on, Royce. Gotcha. Okay, so 11-year-old car. So yeah, it's kind of okay.
Yeah, so it's a little old, but I mean, my brother just basically gave it to me, you know, and then I didn't know anything about cars. I didn't know how to work on cars, and he said, "Hey, this is your car. You know, whatever you need to do to it, you're gonna do it, but I'm gonna teach you how to do it." So I was like, "Okay."
And so that was single cam D series
Yes,
or
automatic D16Y8, all the good stuff, stock AC,
AC?
work, heater
Yeah,
work,
there you go.
know, 87 octanes, all the good stuff. Back
Put
in the day.
85 on a D series.
80, well, back in the day, you can put water in there, it'll probably run. But yeah,
with
yeah,
3
so-
cylinders.
Exactly.
Okay, so you grabbed that car. I mean, I'm sure you were inspired by Fast and the Furious or anything like that.
Yeah, obviously, you know, middle school Fast and the Furious was like really popular. High school also, but I kind of started watching a lot of YouTube videos. You know, had a lot of import magazines and stuff like that. And I was looking through them, and I just like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. You know, the main plan for that car that, well, mainly my brother wanted to do. He wanted to do a auto to manual swap, but keep it single cam. And then I kind of told him like I want to go B series on it, like a B16 or something, you know. So he was like, okay. And then we ended up like he didn't have time for that because he was still going to school at the time. So, and I was going to school at the time, so we just kind of never did it. And then we ended up just getting rid of the car.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then I ended up getting a 4-door 05 7th gen.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, 7th gen, and basically.
And that was not non-SI or?
No, yeah, non-SI. It's 4-door, so it was
manual,
automatic. Yeah, ES1,
you like automatics?
Yeah, no, I mean, it was what I could find, bro.
Okay,
so
yeah,
it was what I could find. But 7th gen, 4-door, slammed it, put SI wheels on it, Pepsi World Sport 2 exhaust, sound system, and then just tinted it, just cruising, slammed. You know, that was the era. Just slammed.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Slammed cars. That's all I had, and then ended up getting rid of that also. And then I ended up getting another 6th gen 97 coupe. It was a red one. Somebody had painted in their backyard. It was basically trash.
That was rough.
You know? It was yeah, it was.
But it's a great chassis.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a great chassis.
Yeah, rough. It wasn't really that great. Rough would be a nice term.
Really?
For it, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, you know, it was cool. Like it looked good from the outside, but you look closer, you see all the paint.
From
drips.
1550, 50 miles away and 50 miles an hour. Okay.
Exactly. So it looked good from far away, but you get closer.
But it was manual?
It was manual, yeah.
Okay, wow. Okay,
manual.
cool.
It was a manual. So ended up doing a GSR on that.
Oh.
Went to HMO, bought a GSR with a trans. Ended up dropping it into that one. Then I had that car for a long time. That was the car I had before, that was driving before this, basically. So that one was EX also. I did an EM1 interior, EM1 cluster, EM1 grill, EM1 front end. So I did a 99 2000 front end.
Gotcha.
50/50 tail lights, K-Sport coilovers, all of that good stuff. So we went basically, took the car, and I put a new suspension, new everything on it. From, you know, time to time, I was just adding everything to it little by little.
Did you respray it?
Nah, I left it alone.
Okay.
I didn't care. I was inside the car. You know, I was
inside the car.
Yeah, I don't care.
That's funny. Okay.
Look, the car ran good for a while, right? But it is a 98 GSR, and a lot of people know GSRs are notorious for smoking. So it started smoking little by little.
Say no to vaping, kids.
Exactly. So started smoking, and then started smoking some more until, you know, I would have to just check the oil on it every week, every 2 weeks, make sure it was oil in there so it doesn't
Practically oil change every 2 weeks.
Yeah, oil change without taking off the oil.
Exactly,
filter, just adding oil. You don't need oil.
So it's always so it's always been Honda for you then.
Yeah.
Never thought about stepping away from the Honda?
Oh, always, man. There's always something you see like pretty cool, but then like you look at the car, hey, you know, what's wrong with it? You know?
Yeah.
Nothing. I built it. It's here. Let's drive it.
It is a little loud. Just a tiny bit.
So I think I'm just gonna put a resonator on there.
Nah, go louder.
Nah.
Nah.
Maybe I'm gonna start with one resonator and see how that goes.
No, it's good. I mean, well,
Yeah.
for you by yourself. Maybe if you have somebody else who's not into cars or
Right. Exactly.
your better
My wife.
your better half, then maybe not. But
Yeah.
this is good. I like it.
Make a right over here, you said?
Yes, sir. Nice little shifter assembly.
I know. Like I said, same thing with when I had the B series, I had the K20 one. I wanted, and you know, everybody says go hybrid, go hybrid. I already had the K20. I know how it feels.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Right.
I was like, who's this? Tiny bit louder. Did we mention that?
It turns out my other homie just picked this up, and he said, hey, you know anybody who wants to buy a coupe? It's 5th gen.
Me.
Yeah, so I was like, well, let me check it out. I go to his house, check it out, and it already had a K in there.
Oh.
So somebody had already put the K in there. They did all the work. He had it resprayed outside. So
okay.
And then I open it. I was like, oh man, it's a K series, right? Like, cool. Well, how much do you want for it? He was asking, I think like 8K for it at the time. I was like, what does it need? He was like, well, you know, probably a tune. He didn't know. Like, he just picked it up.
Yeah.
And then so I was like, okay. I mean, I posted it for him. You know, people were hitting me up. I was like, yeah, hit him up, bro. You know, see what he wants. So ends up and then I was kind of bugging him, like joking around. I'll give you 2K. I'll give you 3K. I'll give you 4K.
Yeah.
And then he ends up giving up. Like, you know what, man?
Just take it. What are the future plans for it? What is the vision for it? Or is it done in your idea at the moment?
It's never done. You know. So like, actually, I have a spare set of bumper. I have a spare set of everything because it's getting harder and harder to find parts for this. I have bucket seats for it that I've had for a while. Buddy Club P1s. I have a auto power roll cage. There's just I don't have time to put it on right now, but you know, there's always something to do. Originally the plan was gut it, track it. You know, 2 bucket seats in the front like my old car, 4-point roll cage in the back, and harnesses, call it a day. But I think like it's making enough power to where I can put the interior back in. I can get a quieter exhaust and have a cage.
Never.
Yeah.
Never have a quieter
I
exhaust.
think I can get a quieter.
That's when you
exhaust.
start getting old.
Yeah,
Come
that's
on,
what
Royce.
I'm saying. You know, I'm
Do not get old, Royce. Come on.
That's what I'm saying.
You do the opposite. You go louder.
No.
All right, man. Well, it's a beautiful build. Let's get into it. Tell us about the front end. What do we have going on?
This is just like a regular front end. There's nothing special to it. It's got a EG6. It's got EG6 fenders. So those are original fenders from a hatch with the fog light cutouts, Stanley side markers, EG6 headlights, corners. You know, obviously these are the plastic ones.
Oh,
So
okay.
I kind of don't like them. Everybody loves these, but I don't personally. I like the EDM one, the European ones. They're like the OEM, which is glass, so they don't yellow out, and they don't have the little spikes, the little nipples. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Gotcha.
and they're, you know, so I have those as well. I also have the.
I love that.
I have those yeah.
as well.
I have those as well, you know, and I have the adjuster for it because they adjust the height.
That's cool.
The leveler.
But just keep it very OEM.
Yeah, basically,
If you know,
like
you know. Okay.
you know, the plan was keep it as stock looking as possible. Just this bumper actually, I had it repainted because somebody backed into it and it cracked all the paint.
That's always fun.
Yeah, but it's, you know, it is what it is.
Now, would you happen to know because it's paint matched very nicely? So, what is the color code or the name?
Yeah, so this is this, I forgot the name of the color, but it's from a WRX actually. It's not a Honda color.
Oh.
It's from a 08 Subaru WRX.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, well that should be sufficient for
Yeah.
anybody that wants to go and pursue this color.
Yeah.
Very
So
nice.
like when I first got it, I thought it was like a you know, VSM Vogue Silver Metallic from a 6th gen. But I was looking at it, it was a little bit lighter. So I asked my homie, he was like, oh, I don't know, I just got it paint matched basically. They took it to the shop, matched the color and painted, you know.
Gotcha. And then the front lip?
It's eBay special.
I like it.
You know, there's a few lips I want to get, but with the height, I wanted to play with it, see, you know, driving it, you know, in and out of driveways and stuff into my work and to the house. PCI side skirts.
That 3-inch?
I think these are 3-inch,
Okay.
yeah.
I really like the silver and the black. Obviously, carbon fiber, but there's a break, you know.
Right, yeah. So it's
and
a
the
contrast.
molding, I really like the contrast of the molding.
Yeah, so this is the same thing, EG6 thin molding. So they're thinner than the US one. There's a JDM one, whatever, you know, fancy stuff.
Yeah, fancy people.
Doesn't make a difference.
But it does. It does. It's the little things where, you know,
So the
that's how you know it's a cool build, you know?
Yeah, so the thing I really like about this car is the European plates, the Euro plates. For these cars, you actually, for the front, they sell the actual bezel. For the rear, you have to get the plate holder.
The trunk is a different rate. It's longer.
Yeah, because the lights are on the top instead of on the sides. The plates fit.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah, right. So I was looking for a while, and I wasn't able to find any until I posted it on Instagram. Finally, I was like, "Oh, who's got one of these for sedan or a coupe?" One of my homies hits me up and say, "Hey, I got one at the house, dude." I was like, "Oh, sick, man. Let me come pick it up." He's like, "All right, cool." Picked it up from him.
Then suspension.
So these are Godspeed Mono Max.
Okay.
When I got the car, like I said, it was somebody had put in the work, somebody had put in the time, whatever. But parts were old, suspension was blown, camera kits were done, control arms bushings were gone. So basically, it's a ground up build. I bought it.
Okay.
I tore it down. I rebuilt it. I bought the car basically, right? As how it sits is, except the wheels, it had 5-lug already, whatever. My homie hooked me up really well. But it just needed
a lot of work.
It needed everything.
All suspension.
It needed
okay.
everything.
So everything was replaced then.
Everything.
And you're
was
running with
replaced.
Godspeed.
Godspeed Mono Max.
Okay.
And then camber kits, I'm running hard race front and rear. I got really lucky with those because they were all sold out. So I found some brand new and I ended up just pulling the trigger on them.
You have to, otherwise the opportunity doesn't come again.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's got function 7 rear control arms, which are really cool. ASR subframe, Beeks tie bar, nothing special.
Oh, cool stuff though. You know, it's cool to have that. And plus the coupe needs it. Go ahead.
Yeah, obviously it's a 5-lug.
And is that from what?
It's a 32 millimeter from a Integra type bar or Civic type bar. You know, just 32 mil.
Okay.
I know a lot of people want the 32 mil. I don't know why. From what I heard, the 36 mil is a lot stronger. But I don't
Maybe
really-
heavier?
Yeah, I mean, it's
I don't
probably
know.
just. From what I heard, my homie said it just the axles give him more trouble.
Oh,
So I was like, well, it's already here.
it's already here.
I'm not
Just leave
gonna
it
do
for
anything
now.
to it. I just rebuilt it, basically new hubs,
Gotcha.
new everything, new
Joints,
bearings.
Okay.
So yeah.
And then wheel and tire setup. What do we have going on?
So these are Graham Lights 57DR, 15x8, 35. They're on Federal 595 RSRR, 225, 45, 15.
Wow, say that 5 times, dude.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so tell us about interior, man.
Interior, nothing special. We have a spoon steering wheel. Obviously, it's a very expensive Momo. Nothing crazy on the different. There's nothing crazy difference about them. Basically, a regular Momo would be like a 350 mil. This is a 340 mil.
Okay.
That's it, and a horn button. But everything else is the same.
That's cool.
And then you just have EX cluster, EX dash, K-tune shifter.
For your D series automatic?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
You are a riser guy, huh?
Yeah, exactly. So you like that?
I love the little hat.
Yeah, that's a protector from the sun so it doesn't get hot.
Oh, okay. And it's culture too, so.
Exactly. So we have just OEM carpets, OEM rugs. These are actually, I believe, Integra seats.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Very well taken care of. I really like the color.
They're kind of faded,
Is that front and back?
front and back.
Oh, nice.
So these are Integra seats. They were reupholstered by
Oh, that's why.
not the previous owner, but the previous owner, I guess. They were reupholstered.
Yeah, not your homie, but the previous owner.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha,
there you
gotcha,
go. You know
gotcha.
what I'm talking about.
All right. We'll make it up as we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they were reupholstered by him. It's a really cool thing, but it's stock seats, obviously.
That's
That's all
cool,
it is.
man.
But I like it. I actually, for these, I like the Integra seats better than the Civic seats because it's got that little hook. These are
okay.
more.
And plus, these have
and
been
they're
redone.
comfy.
They have a lot of booster. I mean,
Yeah, they're comfy. They're very comfy.
Yeah.
A lot of people kind of mistake them for Type R seats from far away, but they're just reupholstered seats.
Which brings me to my next question. What are the future plans for the interior?
Like I said, I have Buddy Club P1s. I got a matching set. I have a 4-point auto power roll cage. I got Takata harnesses. I will keep the rear seats and the rear panels when I put the cage in, but at this point I think I just want to keep it as is for now. It's a little bit more comfortable. You know how it is. I daily the car sometimes. I'll drive it for 2 weeks straight and then I won't drive it for a whole month. It's just kind of like, well, do I want to be comfortable? Do I want my ears bleeding when I'm driving it?
Yes.
Or do I want AC? Do I want heater?
Nah, definitely understand.
So yeah, sometimes, like I said, I'll drive it 2 weeks in a row, or I'll drive it one day and not drive it for a month.
Big shifter for the D series. Let's check it out.
The shifter is right there, man. you want the under the hood?
Let's do it. Let's see what we got going on. We don't believe you.
Yeah.
We don't believe it's manual until we see you shifting. So we're not gonna believe that it's
Paddle shifter.
Oh, it's paddle shifter. Okay.
All right. So here we go.
There you go. Oh boy.
Let me put the.
All right. Dun dun dun. All right.
Yeah, so here we go.
Woo.
So here it is, 1994 D15B, single overhead cam, a little bit of VTEC.
With that big air intake, nice.
Oh wait. Yeah.
So what are we standing on, Roice, man? This is beautiful. Wow.
Yeah. So this is
Wow.
a K20Z1 off of a 0506 RSX Type S. Stock, basically stock block. Transmission is a matching trans from the same car, RSX. So no LSD, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
But it's all good, We have RBC manifold from my 8th gen, obviously. You have to just cut it up a little bit. Radium fuel rail, RDX injectors, Acura RDX injectors, Hasport mounts, 72 millimeter K2 throttle body. Actually, Jerry built. He did the porting port
Oh.
matching on the 72 mil, and he ported it halfway for me.
Oh wow. Okay. Awesome.
K-tuned half-size radiator.
Mm-hmm.
You know, stock engine harness, passport mounts, and then my homie, I just got, this is, you know, the brand new addition to the piece.
Beautiful.
My homie Juice, DC2 Juice, he actually made this intake for me. It's a 4-inch cold air setup. So a 4-inch to a 3-inch, you know, to the 72.
You guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, he did a good job on it. And then him and Quiz Fabrication actually did the bead rolling. So Quiz Fabrication, shout out to him too. He made me a catch can, but I didn't get a chance to put it on.
Okay.
Because I'm still working on the valve cover on the bungs and the catch can, that we have to make some modifications on it. But yeah, it's gonna go right there.
Gotcha. Wow.
And then Chasing Jay's plug cover. I think I had this before I finished the car. So I've seen this. I think I went to maybe iBach or something. I forgot where it was, and I saw the booth and I ended up buying it. And then I just had it for 2 years until the car was finished, to the way I was like, oh, I think it's ready for the plug covers.
That's cool. That's a cool little piece to have, you know? It's almost like the beginning of the build, and then...
Yeah, no, I was like, I think this is going to be really cool. And then obviously, like, now they're all sold out, so... But it's a really cool thing to have. I like it. They just, you know...
And it matches very nicely with the intake and, you know, just all the other stuff, the bits and pieces.
So I told my homie, like, when he was making this, I wanted to match with that, basically.
Gotcha, okay.
Because it was just going to be polished. But I was like, I want to match with that.
Gotcha.
You know, kind of keep it the same.
OEM header?
This is a PLM, megaphone.
Okay.
So it's a 4 to 2, and then to the megaphone, and then it's got a V-band to a 3-inch exhaust, straight pipe to a K-tune turned down muffler.
That sounds nice.
It's very
and it actually
nice.
sounds very nice.
It's very nice. You know, we got an S2000 clutch master cylinder.
Nice.
You know, kind of clean up the bay a little bit. Passport mounts, stock RSX shifter cables, K-tuned radiator, K-tuned hoses.
It's great. It's
not
perfect.
much. Not much. You know,
It's
the brakes.
perfect.
The brakes are not tucked.
Who cares?
My homie always makes fun of me because they're not tucked.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Like the car is perfect. I personally love the way it sits, because
cool.
you can drive it, and I legitimately really like the engine bay, man. It looks really nice. It's not. Don't take it the wrong way. It's not like show quality.
Oh yeah, no.
And that's what I like. I like the fact that you can drive it, you can punch it. There's dirt. You're driving it. I love it. But it's still very, very clean.
Yeah. So when I first got the car, the engine bay actually was like super cluttered. The engine bay original color of this car was black, so the engine bay was like, it had ABS harness everywhere. It just had the harness everywhere. So
It was.
I ended up cleaning up the harness and everything, and then when I finally got it tuned with Eric's Racing, about a week later, my clutch gave out. Basically, the spring broke.
What kind of clutch system do you have?
So right now I have a Exetti Stage 2. It's a 3-puck, and it's supposed to be like the streetable version, but it's kind of heavy. Okay. But it's okay. I like it.
It should last you, right?
You get used to it. Yeah.
Transmission is unopened, right? So
stock.
It's just stock. Okay,
stock.
so
you just pour some fluid in there and call it a day.
That's cool.
That's about it. Yeah. So right now I have an Exetti Stage 2, but when I first tuned the car, it was on like a Exetti OEM. It ended up, I guess, not holding up because it was an older clutch. You know, my homie did warn me about that. I say, hey, you know, you might want to get a new clutch. And
clutch said bye-bye.
Exactly. So I did a quick pull on the freeway, and then I couldn't get into third. I went from second to third, and it didn't go into fourth, and then you just hear the little chattering. I was like, yeah, the clutch is probably done. So I ended up pulling the whole motor out, and then I told my brother, because I did it at his house. So I told my brother, hey, I'm just gonna change my clutch real quick. And then the clutch was back ordered for about 6 weeks.
Oh, fun.
So I told him, you know what? We don't have a clutch for 6 weeks. I'm just gonna clean up the wiring harness. And then I told him, you know what? I'm just gonna paint the bay. You know what? I'm just gonna do my suspension. You know what? I'm just gonna do.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. So I ended up basically tearing the whole car apart, and redoing everything. Ended up removing all the harnesses, pushed it inside the car, sanded it down, painted it with spray can. I went to a paint shop and I got the color match.
Great match.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's not bad at all. It's a little lighter, I think, but I think it's because this has some sun wear.
Yeah. No, it's perfect. I'm telling you, I love the way you have it. Like, the wire, everything. Like, I don't need the brake to be tugged.
Right,
you run into issues.
no.
You don't need anything to be tugged because then you run into issues and you can't find the problem.
Exactly.
This is perfect, man.
You know, I ended up sanding the car, primer, painting it all in one day. Like, starting in the morning. By the time it got dark, I was done with paint.
Dope.
And my brother was like, man, what happened to just the clutch? I was like, well,
it's back order.
Still no clutch. We don't have a clutch yet.
So, which brings me to my next point. Is there any plans for it?
I don't know, maybe just clean it up some more. Engine harness obviously would be cool, something better. You know, less headaches, because there's just so much wires that are not being used from factory. Like, I don't even have an idle air control valve anymore that works. It just plugged in. So something just to clean up the engine bay, harness some more.
But that's about it.
Yeah, honestly,
no
like
Snell, no supercharger.
Oh, you know, maybe like I'm actually waiting for a CSF radiator, but they're on back order.
Okay.
So I keep checking because I want to go full size radiator. And then obviously I have a catch can set up ready. It's not ready because we got to make some modifications.
But once that, then that goes in.
You know?
Okay.
But I mean, for the most part, I think this is okay with me for now. I ended up doing a manual steering rack because the EX came with power steering. So we manual steering rack on there. It's just, for me, I didn't want to run power steering because I didn't want to run to leaks. You know, I just one less item that will leak because it will end up leaking. You know,
and you get an arm workout too. So
manual steering is actually not too bad. You know, but yeah, when you're like at a standstill, it's still a little heavy.
Parking.
It's still a little heavy. But once you start getting a little bit of roll, you're good.
Gotcha.
Let him get ahead of us real quick. How far is this entrance?
Not far.
Not far enough, okay.
No, like literally right now.
Oh, fuck, never mind. I thought it was like a long runway.
Nah, it's fine. It's okay, take your time. If not, you can just let it warm up a little bit more and then go way back.
Alright.
Yeah. We don't want the K-Series tranny, you know? Doing what K-Series tranny do.
Well, it's the motor. It's not gonna hit VTEC. Because that's how they tuned it.
Yeah, then warm it up more then.
I guess we'll come back the other way.
Because you can make a right and then another right and we'll come back this straight away, but we were doing the rollers.
You want to do that one instead?
Yeah.
Okay. A little loud here, huh?
I just want you to warm up the car.
Yeah, we're good.
I got you shifting, that's mainly it, you know?
Yeah, it's cool.
It is very comfortable.
You know? You can turn it, this is like halfway.
Very responsive, huh?
This person dug into me for it, you know? Yeah, it really. Huh.
We're legit cruising 60 and the guy is upset.
Yeah, bro.
I'd rather be driving
What's wrong with this
something.
guy? What's wrong with you, homie?
I don't know.
What's wrong with your homie? Somebody's homie.
CRV dudes, check up on your guy.
What you mad for, bro? You on the red light.
But yeah, it's good. It's great, man. I really like the way it is. I really like the interior because it keeps it quieter.
A little quieter. A little quieter.
Yeah.
It's not much, but it's something.
But it's the noise comes from the exhaust and the engine. It's good. It's not like it's rattling, you know?
Right.
No, it's great. Take your time. If it's not warm up, it's not warm up.
We're good. We're ready. Just let me know when.
And it's straight away. Because you know those front wheel drive cars, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No LSD also?
No, let's see. Was it one fire tire or something like that?
Yeah. One wheeler spinner.
One wheeler spinner.
Right here, huh?
Yeah, you went good. K is the way. I'm sorry, but K is the way.
Don't look at my shit there.
Did it work at your little hunk? Oh shoot, dude, that thing's badass.
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
Coming.
That's how the guy with the CRV was with you right now.
I know.
All right, Royce, thank you so much, man, for making the time for us. I absolutely love the thought process, love the build. Please leave it as is, man. I really, really like it. It's just drive it. That's all, man.
Yeah, there's always something to be done.
There will always be something, especially with the homies that have, you know, parts left and right.
You know, it's always cool, like, to see the homies, like, kind of push you to do something. Like I said, I didn't want to go K. It wasn't planned on, and then my homies just kind of.
It's a wonderful accident.
Yeah, exactly.
So speaking of homies, any shout outs, man?
Yeah, I mean, all the homies, NSFW, all the NSFW homies, the homie who sold me the car, John, I think you know him, Hatch Life. Yeah, he's the one who sold me the car, and then my other homie Vince kind of like pushed me to actually buy the car and, you know, work on it. And then everybody, Chris, my brother, my wife.
Your brother's driveway?
Yeah, exactly.
Especially your brother's driveway, dude.
My wife, especially, because you know, it would be like every weekend working on it, and then you know, she would get mad because I wasn't making time for her. But
yeah,
hey, you know, now the car can sit.
We've all been there, man. We've all been there.
You know what it is.
But now the car's running, cool. Man, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. The first time I saw this car and the hood was popped, like, I really like the way it looks from the outside. I know the coupes don't get that much love.
Exactly.
And I'll be the first one to admit that I like hatchbacks and sedans a little bit more.
Everybody does, man.
But the fact that you guys are taking this chassis and building it and obviously going K is super, super rad, man.
Gotta save the coupes.
Now, is that a new hashtag? Save the coupes?
Gotta save the coupes, man. Nobody likes them. I think right now the sedans are getting a little more popular. But honestly, I always like the coupes. It's always the coupe for me.
That's how, yeah, man.
You got a moonroof, bro.
There you go. Stick with your things, man.
Yeah,
Well, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate your time,
welcome,
dude.
Thanks for having me, brother.